What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Right on schedule, it looks like Apple is back to being on track, releasing our weekly updates. That should start now for iOS 27 as of Beta 6 here. Beta 5 did come out last week, so here we are 1 week later with Beta 6. So before I even jump into settings and all that, I am going to pull my case off to give you an idea of the temperature. It did feel warm again, even through the case just now. But it looks like we are actually running pretty cool. Not even over 100 degrees yet. And usually by this time in the reboot, we are over 100. So that's good to see. Hopefully they've helped some of the heat management issues as well with this update. So we see we just got our splash. Let's go into general and about. And you can see with iOS 27 Beta 6, we do still have the last installation date, or time I should say. It'll say installed today, installed yesterday, and then go to a specific date and time for when your update was installed. It looks like that's carried over since Beta 5. And now, okay, look at this. We have a full build number of 24A5418B. This B is very significant simply because as Apple moves to the beginning of the alphabet, traditionally A's and B's are nearing the final build for that version of iOS that they're updating. So having a B build here means we might not have as many betas as we have historically, or they might get spread out. It'll be interesting to see in the coming weeks, because if we get an A build next week and then an RC, we are very close to being complete with the very first build of iOS 27 that will be going out to the public in September. So let's see in about again also. Looks like modem firmware is now 2.10.01. I think that is a slight upgrade from 2.10.00 is what I thought it was on Beta 5. That's good to see. And then iPhone storage, which has been a point of contention during this whole beta cycle for me. You can see iOS as a whole is now using up 13.23 gigs for Apple Intelligence. Reserved auto update space is 1.38. iOS as a whole is 16.05 for a total of 30.69 gigs. That is a little down from what we just had in Beta 5. System data does still remain to be very high. Granted, like I've always said, this will come and go as your cache data, logs, and other resources are used and changed. This will increase or decrease. Don't put a lot of stock into that, but it is just something I want you guys to be aware of. Jumping into Siri here now as well. Let's see if we have anything else new. Looks like we still have the same accents and voices from Beta 5. Nothing else seems to be new here, so we'll leave that alone. And then I still don't see anything else additionally new in settings for Siri. Now, let's go ahead and activate it and see how quick it's working. Who does LeBron James play for?
LeBron James plays for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Can you tell me when they play the Orlando Magic this season?
The Philadelphia 76ers are scheduled to play...
How much are tickets to that game?
Which game are you interested in?
The November game.
Tickets for the Philadelphia 76ers at
So, you guys can see that worked pretty well. It actually was reasonably done timely too. I didn't see any issue with that at all. Let's start one last request. Is it supposed to rain tomorrow?
Yes, there is a 55% chance.
So you can see it is actually working very quickly. I didn't see a lot of glitches in the animations for Siri. I was seeing that kind of glitchy around a little bit, almost looked like dropped frame rates. But as we can see, that is not an issue now. Let's go ahead and just jump into our typical stocks app. Scroll around a little bit through different articles. Now let's go ahead, swipe around. Let's go into some of these stock apps to see if we have any new splash screens here. Nothing in the App Store. Let's go to Freeform. Let's go to Camera. And now let's launch Clash Royale like we do to see if we are going to get any sort of RAM management issues. From what I had in the week with Beta 5, there was no issues. It actually worked very well. I actually didn't have a lot of refreshes like I've seen in the past too, which is very interesting. So let's go ahead and just go around here, claim all of this. Collect that, and now let's close out. Back to the App Store for a minute. Let's go to Starlink, Stocks, Calendar, Camera, and let's now go ahead and go back to Clash. And you can see it held in memory, did not refresh like we've seen historically. So that's definitely good to see as well. One last thing I want to do is go into the Notes app and show you how the keyboard is working actually. Since we haven't done this in a couple betas, I just want to give you an idea of where we're at here as well. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Phones and Drones. I hope you all are having a great Monday. Let me know how beta 6 for iOS 27 works for you all. So you can see it actually kept up pretty good, and there it is again. Let's try to type. What's going on? Test, test, test. Yeah, so that was actually pretty impressive. Our predictive text line didn't disappear. This does always seem to come and go, which is interesting. Hopefully that'll be resolved. One of the bugs I did have as well on beta 5 was my mail would really struggle to refresh. And in messages, if you had pinned comments, that bar across the top would get in your way and interfere when you tapped. So hopefully that has been fixed here as well. And then lastly, talking about release schedules, we had beta 5 on August 10th, beta 6 now on the 17th. I'm definitely going to say we will get another beta next week on the 24th. So if we do, that could be our A build. We might only get one other one at the end, and we'll have to see. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. Again, not a lot of new features here. Now we are at that stage of polishing, battery management and improvements, security fixes, which also, speaking of, battery life has been improved since beta 5. Hopefully that does continue here. That's it for this one. Thanks for watching. We will catch you in the next one. Peace.